All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're talking about the Conversations tab. All right, so the Conversations tab has a few different tabs within it, right? We've got the Conversations tab, we've got the Manual Actions tab, we've got the Snippets tab, and we've got the Trigger Links tab, right? So within Conversations, we've got four tabs, okay? Conversations is the most obvious, the one you're going to use the most, right? That's what we're looking at right now. I'm looking at within this Conversations tab, we've got unread, recent, starred, and then all, right? And then you can always come here and just start a new conversation or a group message, and then you can search through your different messages. This is a example test account. That's why there's nothing there. But like I said, I can go ahead and I can start my new conversation. I know I got John Smith in here. Boom. Then I go to my conversation in here, right? And then I got his information's all listed up. I can add appointments. I can create an opportunity. I can add tasks, and then I can add notes. So you can really just anything you would want to do with this contact, you can do from this view. So this is one of the best views, one of my favorite views in the whole thing is this Conversations tab. Super helpful, super useful. So yeah, and then one of the ways that this view becomes the most useful is when, well, I mean a lot of ways, but so really quick, there's the SMS and then email right here in one thing, so you can SMS and email. If you integrate with Facebook and Instagram, that becomes an option there, and then you can just you can change and decide which one you want to send them messages from or talk to them from. So very cool, very condensed to have everything there. So on the next tab, this manual actions tab, one thing that's really cool is so you can do this this concept of a power dialer. So this isn't something everyone's going to use, but if you've heard of the power dialer, it's super cool. If you're calling a lot of people, if you're calling a lot of leads, you're calling a lot of prospects, it's very handy. But the idea is, you add people to this manual actions thing, and the way you do that is, you can do that with a automation. You set them up to be called. Essentially, this is called manual call action in automations, and you just set someone up to be called within automation. I'm not going to go into exactly how to set. I mean, why not? It's simple enough. So you go in here, you pick a trigger. In this case, I'm doing a trigger called Power Dialer. So if you add the Power Dialer tag to a contact, you're going to trigger this automation. And all the automation is going to do is, after the trigger, it just goes boom into this one action, and it's a manual call action. Like I said, I'll show you another one. Manual action to call, manual action to SMS. Those are your two options, right? And so I did manual call, right? And that's how you get into this list. And then once you start this list, I press start, and then the phone's going to ring with my phone line on this CRM that's attached to the CRM. It's going to call them with my phone line, and then it basically pops up this Conversations tab again. It pulls this up while you're calling them, while you're talking to them, and then I can add notes and stuff, or whatever, do whatever I want, And so it's and then once that phone call ends, then you can then it will automatically call the next person on this list. This is only one person right now, but this list can just be many, many people. And then you can just start it once. You press let's start, and then you just you can set up so that maybe there's a minute or two between, 30 seconds between, whatever you want to do, and then you can just run through people that you want to call. So super convenient. And then you can also set it up to like I said, that was the automation to get it so they're in the manual dials setup. But let's say after this you wanted to wait I don't know, let's say a minute, or say an hour. So an hour after you called them, um, you want to send them an email. And I don't know, it could be because they picked up, it could be because they didn't pick up, it could be whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You can just like do all this cool stuff, and um, that's all part of the manual calling stuff and the manual actions and the manual text. So I love this feature. It's super, super handy. When you have a big list of people you're calling, you can just press the button once and just like boom, 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 and just run through. I mean, you can go through people fast with this thing. It's super cool. All right, next tab is the snippets tab. Super simple, a lot less to these next couple tabs. So this is just kind of what the name suggests it is. It's a snippet. This is a text snippet essentially for either an email or a text. So this is a message. I'll open it up so you can see what it looks like. But this is just basically a pre-made email, right? That can be inserted into different workflows and stuff. So like if I wanted my email to say a certain thing, they could just use my snippet and I could always just update the snippet and they know that snippet needs to be used in the first email. It's always the snippet, and then I can always update this snippet, and then you know what I mean? So it's like it gives you another layer of breaking down text so you can organize things, make things more reusable, and then have these. There are some essentially like email templates you can use across different campaigns that you might do emails for. So super cool. And then the same thing with the text. So they're just text templates you can use across different campaigns that you're doing, right? And you might make folders that are specific for a certain campaign or for a certain thing. So gives you a lot of freedom there. And then this last one is super cool. These are trigger links. And this is an example. So I might put this trigger link and it would look like this. So I'd put this in an email and I would say, click here for whatever, right? And then this is just Google for an example, but like, let's say they click this email. It might not be them coming to my website even, but because they click on my trigger link, it could set off a process. So to show you how it might work is, let's say trigger link clicked. Let's look for my cool trigger link, right? So if anyone clicks my cool trigger link, they will automatically get put into my conversations manual actions tab where I'm going to call them. So I don't know, maybe that means somebody clicked on the learn more information, or like somebody clicked on a link in your email so they're engaged, so it's like not everyone's going to click on the link in your email, not everyone's going to open the link in your email. So if someone did open it and they did click it, I want to send them this specific text. And that's how you do it with trigger links. So that's the catalyst. And you can put them in emails and you can put them in texts, which is super cool. So that's it for this one. I want to kind of keep each one of these videos kind of small and light because this whole thing's super dense with just functionality. So that's it for the conversations tab. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Rob, the Friendly Neighborhood Web Guy, and I will see you in the next one.